Have you ever been following a plow truck and wondered, how does the salt get to the road? How does the salt spinner work on the back of an ODOT truck? Well, in this episode of Did You Ever Wonder, we'll answer that question.
This is one of our tandem axle trucks we use on the interstate. Salt is loaded into the truck, and there are augers on the bottom that bring the salt that has been placed into the truck, brings the salt back to this back auger, drops down here, comes into this auger, and then is augered out either this way or that way to be placed on the spinner, which circulates and disperses the salt. This truck is currently set up to disperse on the left or right side, which is convenient depending on which lane of travel you're dispersing salt in or which lane you're currently in. The spinners are not in the middle of the trucks, therefore we can throw onto the center lane, the lane lines that you have on the highways and on the roads, 2 or 3 or 4 lane roads. The thought process is if you put it in the middle of the road, the salt will have a chance to work and it will start to thaw and de-ice from the middle outwards. So that's why it's not placed in the middle. Some trucks are placed in the middle, and some trucks are this older style that can direct on one side or the other. The spinners are able to be controlled together, but they can be sped up. Also, along with the auger that's in the tray, that can be sped up as well. Sometimes you need to applicate a little bit more and broadcast it a little bit further because you may have more or less coverage of ice and snow. Heavier areas, more dense areas, more heavily traveled areas, you might need to turn it up to broadcast and get a little bit more coverage, lay it down a little bit thicker than just on other areas. And we do have standards that we go by for how many pounds per lane mile, and so that way we can conserve salt, so we're just not driving around putting a lot of salt that doesn't need to be placed.